Hello everyone, I'm Justin from Prosector, and I'm here to explain our lighting and live rig for you. Poorly. This is what we call the mothership for our live setup. We run to power conditioner, and we run into the Scarlett 18R20 interface. These are all labeled with the inputs that we specifically plug into. I plug into 1, color-coded blue, Joe into 4 in the back, Chris into 6 in the back, Taylor's into 3 in the back. Run into these transmitters for XV or X5. They're all color-coded and labeled this channel they're supposed to be on as well. So if we turn one on, we can see Chris is 6. He's on channel 6. So that's a nice double check. I run a Kemper power head, and so does Joe. And then for live, we run these in performance mode. So each performance, number 1 through whatever, is for a song, and then there's up to 5 patches in that performance. What I run outside of that is just a Shure wireless.
We do USB out to the interface and to the DMX converter. We run 1/4 inch to XLR to our wireless transmitters and output to the DI box that goes to the front of house. We have the option to run direct out of our Kempers to front of house. We run an output from our main outs on the Kempers to the interface for our in-ears. We run MIDI outs from the interface into the MIDI splitter, which connects to all 3 of our live devices. The DMX converter goes into the DMX splitter, which then will connect to each series of lights. Here's a time lapse of our setup.
First thing we do is we put the mothership in place, and we take the back panel off. That has our makeshift loom, XLR cables and the MIDI cable and some lighting cables. And we run that over to this side. So we have from the loom going in, lighting for this light if you use it, power for that light, XLR for Chris's live sound in his in-ears, and his MIDI for his HD, his line 6 something he uses. The next thing I would plug in would be my Kemper speaker cable, MIDI in. This would be a cable for my tuner. This is a 1/4 inch out of my main on the Kemper to the Scarlett interface, so I can hear my live sound in my ears, and power of course. The next thing we plug in is I run one DMX cable to the light, the moving head on the rack. I run this one down into here to power start the signal into this tower, and then they're all chained together all the way through the top. So we use Reaper. You can use any DAW of your choice. And what we run, come on, get over here. We have our label. We run this our backtracks that go to the DI box for the venue to play through the PA. We have our in-ears, which is the final versions of the songs. And we have a full click for Taylor. That only routes and goes to him. We have each channel here for our monitors, labeled for myself, Joe, and Chris, for our live sound, which we plug in through here and through the back. These are all color-coded. I go into 1, which correlates to my transmitter, which is 1 in blue, and my receiver, which is my initials with a 1, and the channel that this is actually supposed to be on as well. What we do here is we also have our MIDI for our program changes on our Kempers. We also have our lighting MIDI, which is a combination of PC and CC MIDI changes. Emergency instrument backtracks. This is the software we use for our lighting. It's called Show Buddy Active. And then when I assume we're all ready, I press the big cock button,